Welcome to the powerofvoices.com. It's a comedy hour. Anna Marie, your host, with my buddy Rocky the comic who keeps hanging out with me, and Biggie B is my guest tonight.
Hey.
Boogie B.
How you
Did
guys
I say
It's all right.
Boogie
it's
B,
just like
that's right.
it's just
She said
It's
ongoing
one of
with
those
me.
black nicknames.
Yeah, it is.
Ray Ray and
Yeah, I like
Bootsy
that.
and
I
Boogie
like
B.
being some people's first black name and friend that they met.
It's
They
like
be like, hey, when they
it's
be,
a real thing
I
in
could
the black
tell.
community.
I could
Like,
tell.
You grow up not knowing your friend's real name
Mhm.
sometimes.
That's
no,
there's plenty of
that's
these.
not the black community. That's men.
Nah,
Okay, no, I'm telling you right now
Nah,
because
black
we hung out with friends. You know, Joe was Figgy. Okay.
Y'all was
Okay,
in the hood
Michael
then.
was Wally. Okay, and it's like, what is it with guys? They just
Yeah,
you just say,
yeah, we
I'm gonna
like
make this shit
nicknames.
up,
Yeah,
and I'm sure they
nickname.
have different names for women too that really aren't their names.
Well,
I was
knew
thinking
a
about
lot
that
of
the other
girls.
day. There was a song on, because at work they were playing like the classic rock songs, and it
Right.
was like "Keep Away from Runaround Sue,"
Yep.
and I was like, they had a nice way of calling girls like they
Well,
names.
yeah.
Now they be like, these hoes ain't
Basically,
loyal. Back
right?
then, who run around Sue?
Yes.
Sure, they complain about the rap music today degrading women, and here they are
Yeah.
with Run Around Sue.
No, it was
Evil
nice
woman.
back then.
Yeah, well,
Like even Ron Isley would be like, "You low down dirty woman, back to where you come from." Like what?
Hilarious.
Low down
Yeah.
dirty woman.
yeah. See, now you could work that into a
Oh,
routine,
I
right?
have.
You have. Yeah, you just did that live. Now, I have to ask you what type, because there was a lady that left earlier from the show before me, Honey's Closet, and she said you crazy.
Yeah. I've been doing.
What's that all about?
I've been doing stand-up comedy for the last 11 years.
Man.
Just shot my first 1 hour special for Netflix.
Did you really?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
That's wicked cool.
Yeah, so once they edit that up, and it hopefully that'll take me to another level of comedy.
Oh,
but,
Netflix sure will.
you know what I mean?
Well, wait, I got to ask you, how is that process done?
What you mean?
For a lot of comedians that are like out there trying to figure out, now how did he get that? How do you do
I
that?
shot mine, but I just didn't know where to upload it. I didn't see the button.
Yeah, no. Uploaded on Netflix. That's hilarious.
They got a download button.
Right.
but I
They
ain't see the upload.
got an upload button.
And send
It's a I actually don't really know because everybody's journey gonna be different. But in my journey, how I got to this whole situation was some guys who had a production deal with Netflix, who was already putting content on Netflix. They saw me on stage and they believed in me and they was like, yo, we want to shoot your 1 hour special and we'll put it on Netflix. And I was like, how can y'all put it on Netflix? They was like, well, we already have content, a production deal with Netflix. So
Wow. So
anything we bring to them, they have to screen it. And then if it's presentable, if it's shot well, if everything is copyright and written right, everything, then they'll put it on. But if it's not, they'll send us back and be like, yo, do it again.
So they actually saw you performing.
Yeah, they saw me just doing stand-up. They had a show. And one of my buddies was on the show, and he was like, Boog, why don't you come get on this show with me? They ain't paying but $50, but if you want to do it, it's at a theater and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go do it.
Take it, man.
Killed it, had fun with it, you know what I mean? And the guys who was on the production team was like, yo, we like this dude. So the dude who initially brought me to them, they skipped over a lot of other comedians, and a lot of great comedians was on that show, but they just had a thing for me, so they was just like, yo, you was the first one that we wanted to shoot the 1 hour special. We gonna
Wow.
start shooting 1 hour
So
special.
all the hard work that you've done, because that was I met Alonzo Bowden,
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
he said that it took him 8 years to become an overnight success.
yeah, 8
And,
years, yeah.
And in saying that, he also said that you get that momentum. I mean, that's what everybody lives for. Where when you go to book yourself now with that behind you, it's like you're gonna start where you've been working to be, right?
Right,
But-
right.
It also is now you really got to step it up,
Yeah,
right?
that's true, yeah.
Because everything else has just been a rehearsal for this moment, and it's always the real deal that's got to be like it. Does it get like, whew, man, this could. Am I ready for the next level?
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt before I shot the special. I was just like, am I who I say I am? Like this, if I am, I'm gonna have to prove it right now. Like this is the time where nobody in LA ever seen me do a 1 hours on stage, period. And nobody has also never seen me do 1 hour on stage for TV. So this is two different stages. Stage live in the club, that's one thing. But when you're shooting it for TV, you got to reach somebody in Iowa who's sitting on the couch watching you. You got to reach them through the screen and pull them into where everybody in the theater was.
Which is a whole nother type of it's presentation, or
Yeah,
did you switch it up a little bit because
It's
of
what
that?
it's your, like, you know, if you come to a comedy show live, the comedian talk to the crowd and be interactive with people and all that, and it's fun because of that.
The energy.
But then when you're on TV, that doesn't resonate well with the viewer at home, in case they don't see this person, or in case they just don't, you know, that's not done on a special. So if you ever notice that Chris Rock did a special, Kevin Hart, everybody do their specials, you never see them interact with anybody in the crowd.
Right.
Because you can't really,
Unless
it
it's a
doesn't
celebrity.
play well on TV.
Well, that's
so
interesting.
You have to actually have 1 hour of jokes, not stuff that's happening that you're thinking up right then. You got to have an hour, and it has to be a concise story and message behind that entire hour of your stand-up.
Wow,
and be
that's
funny.
interesting.
Was it a live audience or like?
Yeah, of course, it was a live audience. I mean, it was
I've
at
seen
the
some out here where it's just like, you know.
yeah, paid audience. I wanted them to have a paid audience.
Helps with
Every
laugh.
teacher.
All right, laugh now.
I was like, yeah, pay them, and then I can brief them because I'm their boss essentially. So I can go out there before the show and be like, look, all y'all getting paid and y'all getting free drinks and food.
Best be chuckling
From
it up.
this point on, I'm
Most
Eddie Murphy,
hilarious.
and y'all Arsenio Hall. Y'all laugh at everything I say. I don't care what it is. You laugh.
True,
And
true.
so, you know, but something happened with the company that they was using for seat fillers, and we wasn't able to get them. So they was like, all right, Boog, so you just bring a few people out if you could. And I was like, man, this is a 350 seat theater in LA where I perform every night for free. So,
Wow.
like, how is this going? How am I going to get 300
Is
people?
just a activity by itself, man, for sure.
Man, so at that time when they told me that, it was 2 weeks before the show, and I had a list, a RSVP of 100 people. And I was like, 100 people ain't gonna look good in a 300 seat theater.
Right.
So now I really gotta promote. So I just got in my phone, text everybody, called them, and I was like, when I text you and you ain't respond back, hey, just want to call you and check and see, did you get that text message, buddy?
Yeah,
You're coming
right,
out to the
right.
show. I need you out. And so I ended up getting about 320 people
That's what's
to come.
up, man.
And it came out good. The energy was crazy. And so the energy they had gave me energy. So it was
Yeah,
just
but isn't that
phenomenal.
the written rule? You know, that adrenaline reset. You know, when you're standing up on stage. I mean, it not just up on stage, but you find that just like it could be 3 people standing in front of you that respond to you in that aspect that you just get like,
That's true.
let's go, let's
even
keep
when
doing
you're,
it.
Even when you're not on a stage, it's like there's something in when you're a comedian and you're, even if you're with a group of friends and you're telling a story, like, and you just feel that it's almost like a responsibility to let me make this story funny.
You obligated
You might
to make
not
everything
have to
funny 'cause you're
embellish,
a
but it's
comedian.
like there's a moment where you'll recognize, like, oh shit, like everyone's really paying attention to the
Right,
story.
right.
Now you got
Yeah,
to get
like,
all
yeah,
in
like-
it. And I hate that sometimes, too. I be like, man, come on, man. I'm trying to chill.
Yeah,
Somebody
I don't
else
like
be funny
being.
to
I don't
me.
always like being introduced as a comedian because that's that first interaction from new people. Like, oh well, let's. You know, it's like, look,
Right. I hate
I'm
telling
on
people.
this. Yeah, I'm not on the stage.
Somebody
right
look at it and say, you think you're the funny man.
Right.
well,
You're
Judging
gonna
you.
make
It's
me
always
laugh.
like, yeah, tell me a joke,
I
and
don't
it's just
think
like,
he's that
I
funny.
don't, I'm a
Right.
storyteller. I got to be in the moment. Like
Right.
it's like it's.
But you
But there are those guys who like just have those canned jokes. Like it's
Yep.
just like
One
on
right-
the ready. Just
That's,
one right after
that's
another.
weak, though. Comedians
I
don't
wait,
tell
now-
jokes.
and we
I
just,
haven't- I haven't benefited from seeing you perform. Usually, a lot of the comedians that I have on, I've been able to see them when they drag their ass on the show.
Yeah.
But you know, your formula as far as like you're a storyteller. I mean, most comedians are. but
Yeah, I'm a storyteller for sure.
Is it based on your? Well, obviously, it's based on your life and moments that happen during and in between shows.
Yep, it's everything leading up to the stage, you know. So I have, an amazing story though, honestly, because I'm from New Orleans.
I hear
And I didn't start doing stand-up comedy until after Hurricane Katrina. So before Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, I was a rapper, hence the name Boogie B. And so
Oh, wow.
after Katrina, I had no clue I was gonna get into. I didn't have no clue Katrina was gonna hit anyway, but I didn't have no clue that I was gonna be ever a comedian.
Were
I
you
never
were
even
you
knew a
in the
comedian
because
before.
I lived in Florida. I moved 2 weeks before Hurricane Charlie the year before.
I remember Hurricane.
Okay, and I remember that there was a hurricane every weekend.
Yeah,
that
it's
year.
always hurricanes. in
It
the
was,
South.
but it was the worst year. It was just one right after another. Of course, I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" Because I just moved from Boston and moved to this area and did the
yeah.
research actually on that. But
Okay.
Katrina was, I would imagine you're saying that prior to that, obviously a life changing experience for you, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, man. And more
So
than
you
What
Anybody
made
would
you
go,
go
"How the
like,
hell?"
well, this music ain't popping, so let me try
I
to
guess
let me
so.
get the stage.
It's
Like anyone listening, you
With some
going, "Wait a
jokes.
minute." So Katrina, and he said comedy came out of that.
Yeah. And so, once you're a comedian, you can make everything funny. But Katrina actually kind of just blew me into comedy, I guess you could say. And so after that, I just started doing stand up, and I never once wrote another rap, sang another lyric,
Holy
freestyle, nothing. I just dropped it cold turkey when the storm hit. And so the people in New Orleans, for the first 5 years of me doing stand up, they was like, "You rap. You not funny."
Oh
We
wow!
like to keep you in them labels, right?
Yeah. They didn't know that I was out there and I was doing stand up every night. So I was getting better and better. I was doing shows in Philly, Jersey, Boston, New York. I was the whole East Coast, Florida, but I had never done nothing in New Orleans.
Back home, yeah.
Do
yeah.
you remember the first joke you told?
Yeah, kind of do, but not really. All I know is it was a shit joke. Shit jokes are always.
We can't get away from that.
Yeah, my
You
dad,
can
my dad,
always
my
make
dad
somebody
said,
laugh with that.
what he said? Dick and pussy's always good for a laugh. That's what it is.
Yeah. When you doing a shit joke, that's like the most hacky thing that a full comedian could do. Like no real comedian do shit jokes. That's like kid stuff. But when you first starting out, you don't know that. So you just do what you think is funny, and shit is funny.
It is funny.
So,
It is funny.
I did almost a whole show on it
joke.
with a gorgeous model talking about a poopy experience
Yeah.
and scooping it out of the toilet.
I couldn't even
And,
find it. I was looking for it.
That was a step. Really? I
Yeah,
posted
yeah.
it. But yeah, and saying that it's. Oh, okay. So, I guess coming from what you were doing so well, obviously, if you were doing rap, you did it very well. That people actually acknowledge you for it.
Yeah.
And then to switch gears, and can I ask how old you are? And I know it's taboo.
Yeah. I'm
Only for women.
I'm
well, no.
37-ish.
You're
I'm
37-ish.
yeah.
Okay, so I could see if you're gonna do a shift, it's like really
You
kind
gotta-
of funny. Although I do meet people who say, "Oh, I started comedy in my 50s," and I'm like, "Yes, it's
But
timeless."
That minus 11.
Yeah.
Right,
So
there
I was
you go.
27 at that
Wow.
time when I started stand up. 26. And I was in a new city. I was with
LA was the new city?
DC. I
Okay,
started in
okay.
Washington D.C.
That's what I
That's where
thought.
I was.
That's why I thought East
I was
Coast.
evacuated to D.C. on a bus from.
Can I
Hurricane
ask
Katrina.
because, I know Charlie was really devastating for me. It was seeing my daughter's face. She was
Hurricane
14
Charlie,
years
not
old.
Charlie
Hurricane.
Murphy.
Then yeah, and in
For the
saying
black
that.
people.
It's like your whole life is nobody but you. You understand when I say, Cantori in your neighborhood, you want to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay, Jim Cantori shows up, you're out. There's no, you don't want to see him in your neighborhood. But that feeling of being displaced and you're on that bus and it was like, what the, because it really was
Honestly, I was super young and I was kind of taking it like, oh, this is gonna be fun.
adventure, yeah.
This is gonna be an adventure. Like I've never been to DC.
Now, do they
before.
just
I'm
pick
about
the
to go
cities
That's
or you had
awesome.
family there?
Nah, so what happened was I would go to FEMA camps and they was getting too booked for you to get your money. So FEMA was giving everybody money, but you had to be in the kind of like get in line in the camp and then you'll get your money. But the camps were so overrun in Houston and then in Dallas and then in Atlanta. So the next place you could go was DC, where you had the camp set up and you could go there. FEMA would get you a place to live, give you some cash. Red Cross would give you a card. and you can spend that immediate cash, and then I got $10,000 from FEMA at 25
Oh
years
shit!
old.
You was rolling. He was balling.
$10,000.
To restart your life, that ain't
25.
nothing.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of money.
Responsible enough to handle 10,000 cash dollars, and you just on your
Hence
own.
my student loans that I still
Right,
have.
like they put $10,000 in my hand,
Damn.
and they was like, "Go get a place to
Not
live."
even rent vouchers, just like
Yeah, just
cash.
they just put it in your account. So I'm like, I just checked my account. I had $10,278. I was like, hallelujah. I went and bought. I bought everything but a place to stay with that money.
That's like that Dave Chappelle sketch was right.
I spent all that money on bullshit. I had to call 30 days after I got that money. I had to call FEMA back with the humblest of hearts. I called FEMA back like, how you guys doing? Hey, is everybody in the office doing good? All right, cool. I was just wondering if you guys had any one of them 10,000s left that I could use.
One of them 10.
If you got one more of the 10,000, one additional 10,000 that I could use, I promise I won't try to flip this one, and I
my
won't
God.
spend it on fake Louis Vuitton luggage like I did the last one. I was like,
Not
please.
even just one thing for Louis. Fake Louis?
I was buying fake Louis too. I was in New York. I went because I had never been to New York, and then I discovered this.
What's that
this
street?
area
That's the
of
guy
town,
that-
Canal
yeah,
and Broadway,
Canal Street.
where they
Yeah.
got these great designer
Beautiful bags.
imposters.
Yeah, they be looking.
And I bought a Louis Vuitton luggage set. And I bought
Come
a
on,
Louis
Kanye.
Vuitton garment bag for my mom. She was in Mississippi. I sent her the Louis Vuitton garment bag, and she got it and called me so excited. My baby,
Now
bought
she
me a
Louis Vuitton mom.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
she
kidding.
thought-
Really pulled the Kanye.
I was like, calm down, ma. That bag came from Canal and Broadway, okay? She didn't know what that meant because she didn't know
Nah,
nothing about
yeah,
New
yeah.
York.
She's in
so she was
Mississippi.
like,
She
I
about
don't give a damn where
she
it
went back
came
to
from.
slavery.
I can't wait to take a trip and use this bag.
Yeah, well.
2 weeks later, she called me
Handle
so
broke.
upset. She called me and said, baby, the zipper done came off the bag and it got a hole in it. I'm going to take it over to Louis Vuitton. I said, Ma, don't you take that goddamn bag to Louis Vuitton. Them people going to lock your ass up. Don't take that bag
Like,
to Louis
I
Vuitton.
know they got some kind of warranty on this.
I
then you
No,
really-
mama,
I
no.
told her I'd get you another one. It wasn't but $70. I'd get
That
you
would
one
really
more of
be
them.
in need of
My
some
mom
disaster
did
relief.
something
I
like that. It
believe
wasn't
it.
as serious as that, but I rooted her phone, her Android phone, which is a way to like give
Unlike
yourself access to whatever you want to do on the phone. And she took it to Sprint.
Oh,
I was
my
like, no, why you
God.
not supposed to take it to Sprint?
I have all this illegal shit on
Yeah,
my
they're like, ma'am, I don't know. Oh, my son did that. I don't know what any of that stuff is. I'm like, oh,
like, you
goodness.
know.
Wasn't mine, yeah, right? I don't know where that shit
A
came from.
federally
Wasn't mine.
offense, lady.
Oh my
You're about to
gosh.
take this people-
Hilarious.
Yeah,
So-
so that money went quick, and
Yeah.
here you are now here in D.C.
Yeah, so they told me when I called them and asked them for the money, they was like, look, well, you don't have to get a place to live. We could just give you a voucher for a place to live, and it's like a year free of anywhere that the properties that we own. So I was like, cool, set that up. So they set me up with a place in Northeast Washington, D.C., and Southeast Washington, D.C. actually, yeah. So
Dang, shout out to
and I
FEMA.
had
So
never
this was
been-
during the Bush years too.
Yeah, this was right
Bush
after.
got a bad rap,
Bush was
huh?
in there. Yeah. So, and I called my mom to let her know I was going to D.C. I was like, Mom, guess what? I'm moving in the White House. Yeah, I'm going to D.C. Mom.
1600 Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna tell Bush what you said about him too,
Forward my mail.
because I just assumed because they told me the place they was getting me was 10 miles from the White House. I'm like, oh shit, that's close. 10 miles from the White House, and I don't know if
Can they see
anybody
me waving?
had ever. Right, I was
Right?
like, I don't know if y'all ever been to Washington D.C., but southeast, 2 miles southeast of the White House,
That's pretty smooth,
they
man.
are
The
selling
hood.
crack. Yes.
Really?
Steel.
Cocaine, heroin, every drug you need is south 2 miles. It wasn't 10 miles. I meant to say 2 miles south of the White House, southeast of the White
10
House.
minutes.
2 miles.
Good thing
which
you
is
went
10
through
minutes.
that money before you got
And
there.
I got over there and I was totally upset. I was like, this is terrible. FEMA done put me from New
Back.
Orleans to New Orleans. This is the same thing I just left. This is terrible. I was like, I'm in the hood. I was like, I
Again,
should tell on y'all. I should start snitching. You guys are too close to the president to sell this stuff. He can see y'all from the Oval Office. He could just open the curtain and be like, look at, you're selling heroin. Look at it. I see him right there. They're right there. Yeah, right by the big chair. I
Sir,
see 'em.
put down the
How do you know that
Put it
wasn't
down.
the drug on wars?
Yeah,
Right?
it was crazy. It's crazy in D.C. And so I was just in D.C.
That's what
just
Chappelle
me.
used to talk about. He was like a pizza delivery boy in DC.
Yeah, because he started
get
comedy
robbed
in D.C. Dave Chappelle
all the
started
time.
in D.C.
Yeah, well,
Oh my
they
God.
don't they have the highest crime rate? I mean, that area of DC is
They
known
did.
for
It's
that.
At one
crazy to be the nation's capital,
And
Yes.
to have that like right outside your window.
Man.
Yeah.
That's why they got all those guards around the house.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, and if you have been there, it's like it's such a mixture of beauty and ratchet. Because it's like you can go to Silver Springs, Maryland, and somebody in Virginia, and like all these beautiful
Right.
scenic
yeah,
places,
around it,
and you know, highfalutin.
Columbia,
Like
Maryland.
what's
I used to
even
be out
with
there.
Prince George
Yeah, Prince George
over there,
County,
like all
yeah,
these
PG.
affluent folk, and then boom, like
Yeah.
don't cross
yeah,
this
yeah.
street, like
DC,
literally
yeah.
don't cross this street, and then it goes.
DC is I've loved DC, man. That's like my second home now. Cause when I got there, I found out I had two cousins that been living there. They was both my mom age. Been living there all their lives. Had never been to New Orleans.
You got fam.
So I got fam out there, and I go back, and that's my comedy home. So I started comedy, and then it's great company because that's where Martin Lawrence started comedy, and
good, man.
Dave
Chocolate
Chappelle.
City.
You know, there's a lot of great
so you
comedians
just
came from DC.
wait. So that whole idea of just waking up and just going, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, yeah,
And well, you obviously already had that comfort level because
yeah.
you
From
were
the
on
rap,
stage.
'cause I was
And
doing
from
a
what
lot
I
of-
understand, that's a huge thing for one of the greatest things to learn for stand-up comedy is the confidence of being on stage.
Yeah.
That's like the first. So you were already there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had the
So you
confidence.
already owned it.
I had the confidence and the stage presence, but no jokes. So that's
Right,
when I
content.
started. I just didn't have no content. But people wouldn't boo me because they'll just be staring at me, going, he's not funny, but he's interesting. I think he's pretty entertaining as it.
You ever try and rap some jokes?
I love how
mean,
he just slipped into a
I always
Caucasian
wondered
voice.
why
I mean,
a
he's-
comedian
That's how they
do
used
that.
to watch me because I
True.
used to do shows with all white crowds at first when I was starting off comedy. My first show was actually in New York. First ever. I just Googled the show and just went and did it. It was a bringer show. You had to bring 5 people and then you could do 10 minutes. And it was downtown New York at the New York Comedy Club. That's the name of it. And it was an all white crowd. It was packed too. And I just went on stage and cussed and talked about shit for about 10 minutes. And then that was it. And they loved it though. They gave me, because everybody was kind of new. at
You
the
know,
time.
and that's what I like about some white audiences, not
I
to
love-
like categorize us,
No,
but it's
I love
like
white
they
audiences.
come to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
They want to drink and laugh.
Well, it's a perception of like, not for nothing, but I grew up with the same comedians that, were the ones that really made you laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And, kudos to Flip Wilson I grew up with. I grew up with
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. I
Yeah.
mean, and seeing all the things that, Bill Cosby and who's now the butt of most jokes himself. But I mean, some
was
of
great,
the
Oh,
Richard
man,
Pryor.
that's so
I
good.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
you had this. That's what the heart and soul of comedy comes from. People who come from like things that
Yeah.
without the
Rough
humor,
upbringing,
yeah, rough upbringing.
But
is-
not only that, but what we were just talking about the audience though. I'm talking about that energy that the audience gives you, where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
they're
it's
ready to
true.
laugh. They're trying to root for
They
you.
trying
Like,
to
I
be
hope,
up for
I
you.
hope
Wait.
he's funny.
Wait,
Black people be like, you better be
Better.
funny.
I
Well,
wish.
You better make
Don't-
like. Let me see if you can make me laugh. It's like
Mhm.
different energy.
See, that's what they want. Black audiences want you to make them laugh because they feel like they funny too, and they feel like they know a whole bunch of people funny. So if you ain't funny as they cousin from the
Right,
cookout,
right.
then you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah,
Then you
that's
need to do
it.
something else.
He
like
ain't
that's
as funny
how black
as
people
Leroy.
feel.
He-
when you go to
he
the
all
black
right.
crowd,
So it's like when you hear
They make
about
you
the
funny.
Apollo and getting booed off the Apollo, like to think about that a show created a character to get you off the stage if you suck.
yeah.
wow.
Like,
Like there's no
This is black
what
audience.
white club does that? Where
No,
it's just like
well,
Yeah.
that's the other side of that too. Like I was saying, the expectations, say stereotyping. I expect that every black person can dance, right? So I expect that
true.
if you're a black man standing on the stage, you're gonna be
You're gonna
funny.
be funny,
So
right.
I already know. I'm like, this funny. He's a black man. So
Right.
he's just gonna stand there and be
That's
black.
it looks like Eddie Murphy.
Right.
It's gotta be
That's-
funny.
He just-
That's it.
probably, that sounds like that's
it's
it.
This way that I also noticed that there's a certain amount of like I said, the typical uniform of a young black man on stage. I'm all about that. Like I'm an artist, so I notice every detail. And I'm like, jeans, baseball cap, t-shirt, fancy sneakers. Always something written on the shirt. And I don't know what the black man obsession of has to have something written on his shirt. Why is that? Is it just me? Because in Florida, when I lived in Florida, it was all fucking white men, old crusty old white men had fish on their shirt.
Scene.
Yep.
They had fish on their shirt.
Because for a minute, like all the rappers were trying to get their own labels, so they were a big influence for that. So
yeah, the hip hop culture.
It started with the designers using rappers, and then rappers getting their own, becoming designers, or trying to have fashion labels. So all the Sean John, Rocco wear, that was just the trend. Following what they learned from the people who were using them, the Carl Kanais and the whoever else with a designer, Tommy Hilfiger. We put Tommy Hilfiger into the stratosphere. Now, granted, he still would have sold, but not like he sold when we started wearing the fashion.
Well, yeah, I remember my daughter wanting a Tommy Hilfiger.
Not like a Cadillac Escalade when we started driving. Like we take certain things to another level because it's just like when you grow up poor from a rougher circumstance, those are those things that's going to make you feel better about life.
Right.
To at least if those sneakers can be clean, and Gerard Carmichael does a whole bit about that.
Yeah. That's
then
funny.
life doesn't have to feel so bad, and that started from the 70s. So these guys, when they started the breakers and all the different, just even late 70s or whatever, when they were just using fashion to feel and the club as just an escape from.
True, I could see that, but you come around and you see like Chris Rock standing there, and his suits are incredible. I mean, that is a
because they all learned from
Rich.
Eddie
And
and Rich.
Eddie brought
where Rich started wearing the leather suit, but Eddie took it to that rock
the
star
next level, right? Yeah.
To that Rick James rock star level is just like, all right, every comic to feel like that black comic to feel like that official stamp. I got to do rock all. See, his pants is. Oh no, I was thinking about another time I saw you. He had the front leather.
Yeah.
I have a pair of those. They're leather in the front. Yeah, you
It's
got
something
that.
as a comic when you can just rock a piece
But
of
wait,
leather. You're like,
so,
okay.
So now you gotta think about this. I mean, in my mind just went like, why somebody should do that. They do fashion in the 80s. Everybody's talking about fashion, right? Eventually they'll do like a little documentary on the fashion trends of. But with you talking about that, it's like, has anyone really stopped and thought about there is a fashion trend that happened also in comedy, and I joke and say that if I was. I would be finding suits in this color, that color. Just right. when I would go to an open mic night, I'd want to be set apart. You just let me know if you agree. You have a white audience. You have 15 young comedians coming up, and they're young black males. And everybody's kind of like dressed wearing the same uniform.
Right.
So now you interview the white people on the way out. Sorry, but that's true. I don't. And you go, hey, how about who was your favorite comedian? And what was it about him that stood out? It's going to be really tough to be memorable if you don't understand that about the visuality of what the stage is used for. So, like I said, being unique and being able to present yourself in a fashion and make that statement should be just as much a part of getting there as and I don't know if people take that.
It is very much a part of it. Though.
They do, and it has changed throughout the years. Because there was the 80s when they were rocking colorful suits.
Yeah.
And
the black culture, though, it's just you dress a certain way when you get a certain level of money.
Well, I loved it when they said that black men don't get dressed; they put on their outfit.
I love
that.
Like I do that. I tell people that all the time. When you go to a black club where it's all black folks, it's about $1 million worth of clothes in there. It may only be $66 in cash in there,
but
it's gonna be clean.
Well,
but not only that, because it starts from school. Because it's serious in the black household to iron your outfit.
Yep. You got to
want them creases.
Right.
Now
And
the fashion
where
just
you
changed.
know
'Cause,
our
you
white
know,
friends, like our white guy friends, are just gonna
grunge-
throw that shirt on
Right,
and be
grunge.
like, "Hey,
Grunge. When the what band brought that in? Kurt Cobain,
Nirvana?
Nirvana. Grunge was huge, right? But I don't think a lot of the brothers like
No,
that
we
look
didn't
at all.
get into the
no,
grunge.
no,
We didn't
no."
get into the grunge.
No,
That-
no,
that's
no.
us. You had to be
Sorry
clean.
ass white folk
And
looking
then
like they
some
need to be-
territory and some areas of black folk take it to a whole another level. So you
They
got
do.
Detroit,
Yep.
where it's like everything has. I mean, like you,
Has to
you
match
meet somebody
totally
from
head
Detroit,
to
you're
toe.
like, dang.
Yeah.
Well,
A
Michael
little bit out of the
Collier-
pimp culture
Yeah,
too.
He's from
He just did-
Chicago.
Yeah, he just did a one-man show. We know him from when we did Cleo's open mic. That man.
I'm going to his one man show. I'm going to your show, Mike.
It's. I hear it's brilliant.
Yeah.
And he's one shop dress man. I mean, he's got ties that I just can't. His shoes. I mean, he's just
Yeah.
right down to
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
socks. I mean, it's
Oh,
just
my dad!
amazing.
You can't touch him on Sunday, Monday through Friday.
Is that the thing? And on,
Skeptical.
and on Sunday that you get dressed.
And that's
Sunday
Sunday
best.
best, and that's real for us too.
And women's wear hats. A lot of women like the hats.
Oh,
See, I love it. Any excuse to dress
because it was
up.
like a crown. It was your hat and your hair for women.
Right,
So that's why their hair is very important.
right.
And so whether you're disrespecting her hair or touching her hair, like no, like this, and it costs.
I buy them.
It
there.
costs.
I buy the hair
Shit
for
ton
the-
of. Wait,
Oh,
did Chris
God,
Rock did that?
serious money.
Chris
He
Rock
did
did
the
that, that thing.
documentary.
Yeah,
The
which
good hair.
if
yeah.
if you're not like before seeing that, I had
It's
no
a $1 billion
clue whatsoever.
industry just based off
No
of black
clue.
consumers.
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
and I'm pissing and moaning about, I got this touched up and have the streaks put in,
that
and
weave
my
is
sister's
something
up.
else.
Yeah,
Hundreds
I mess
of
with it. I
dollars a
buy
week.
every woman that I ever dated. I've only dated sisters. Sorry, but I only
it's
because
all right.
New Orleans is 85% black folks. I didn't have a choice. It was all black to choose from. So, it's real talk. 85% black folks prior to
Wow.
Hurricane Katrina, the population. So I buy weave for my women. Like I make sure I buy their weave because they ain't so quick to put you out if you can repossess their bangs. You know what I mean? What
And not only that, but she's a reflection on you.
Bangs is out too, bitch.
She's a reflection on
You
you,
ain't
so you
going
want your
nowhere.
girl to be like the baddest in
Exactly.
the
That's
house.
a bill though. And for a black woman, her hair is
Oh yeah,
a
they'll
bill.
sacrifice something else before they sacrifice the hair.
Exactly. Especially when they love that hair and they love changing it and stuff. That's
But
a
now
big-
that I'm married, when I see micro braids, I feel some kind of way. I ain't gonna lie, because I know I'm gonna have to take them out.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to help take them out.
Yeah. I'm
It's a lot
glad
of work.
box braids is in now.
See, this is I mean, as far as all of that goes, it's like I'm probably the lowest maintenance woman you will ever meet. I'm probably the rarest form. Like every black woman would dream to have the privilege I've had, where hairdressers have
yeah.
said to me, "I'm not going to charge you. I get so much business from women coming in. They'll stop me in the parking lot. They'll stop me. Excuse me."
You're the new Farrah Fawcett. Let me
Who
get
does
that
your
Anna
hair?
Marie.
Seriously, who
Yeah,
does
look
your
great,
hair?
too.
And I'd be like, here's her card. So like, I've never paid full price, and my hair, Desiree Walkup from Advantage on Ventura in Woodland Hills. She's
Shout out to
she's
Woodland
man.
Hills.
I'll tell you, she's phenomenal because I got a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like like women would come up and they're like they would kill for all this hair, and I'm like, what's up with that? Yeah, it is. It's your crown. It'll make or break you.
It
You got a
definitely
good
do.
hair, dear. You look for things to do. It's like I just can't. And now we have the age of selfies. Shit, I don't have to go anywhere. I just take a picture and look good and
That's
blast
it.
that shit over media.
And every thirsty dude from miles and miles away will be like, "You look good, queen.
Yeah, that's it.
Good
yeah.
morning.
Killing
You've
the
been on my
girl.
Instagram.
He's married
haven't
and
you?
everything. He's married with a
Dude,
family, but he on your
he's
page.
gonna-
like,
he's gonna looking
you
at
look
you.
great,
You be
gorgeous.
fine.
I wish
Yeah.
I was your man.
Nah,
Yeah.
when you married, you
It's
learn you
boosting
can't
their
comment.
confidence.
But that's not the whole sliding
You
in the
get what I
DM.
mean?
Yeah, they
That's
be
what this is
speaking.
all about.
Yep, likes.
Like-
Women need affirmation like that to make
Yeah,
themselves.
well,
That's what social media
we
is
were
about.
talking about that, and is for women. Do you have any sisters?
Yeah. I
Okay, when little girls get dressed up, okay, first thing is go show daddy how pretty you look in that dress.
do. Yeah.
Go show,
yeah,
show.
that's
You know,
true.
you getting all dressed up.
And
Go
then
make
she
your
be
new
like,
dress. She
"Look
be
at
prancing.
me."
Right? And yet women have
You're
got
like,
like this, like, we don't want to be known, it's like the body image thing and the way the media does it. No, man, that started when you was little.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's
Nobody
true.
ever said, go show daddy how well you pronounce that big 17-letter word. I mean, who gives it, that was never a precedence.
Yeah.
When you were a little girl.
That's true.
Right? Get your new shoes.
Yeah.
And the hair, because, your mother would spend a long time fixing your hair and doing that,
Mm-hmm.
It's really kind of funny as to how that, and I don't know for young men, when you dressed up, you looked like a man. They would tell you, well, look at you, little man, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And your
you
son,
look
David,
like
has-
a little man. You look sharp.
So think about how much of that
Casket clean.
that's built into you, that you're going to get recognition depending on how and what you
Yeah.
have on.
Yeah.
That was your identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was that whole thing. And of course, now that I have older children, they see videos of themselves. My oldest is like, "How could you let me go out looking like
Right.
that? What kind of
Looking like
parent?
back
What
in
the? Who did that to me?" And I'm like,
What?
"No, man, that's what you wanted to wear. What do you feed me?" Yeah,
Man,
right.
boy, I look at my old pictures, I be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
We didn't have no money. We didn't even have a couple of dollars. Cause this looked like we poor. I got a picture on picture day where they brought in the decorations for the elementary school kids to like pose with. So I posed with a football helmet. And and I'm laying on the little carpet. I'm looking at my outfit like, Ma, look at how I look. The background
Nah,
look better than I do.
my mom didn't play that.
It looks like I'm dirtying up the picture. Look at my.
Each of her
It
kids
was
had a
horrible.
designer. Like my brother was Oshkosh Bigosh, I was Ralph Lauren, and my sister was, I forget what designer, but my mom, man, and she would she'd do you head to toe, boy, and that on them outfits. But like he said, $1 million in clothes and
Yeah, well, that's really amazing how that all goes
nothing in
down.
savings.
Yeah,
The stuff I used to wear was in style then though. I was like, really, Ma? This was in style, you think?
and it's funny because like the portraits, the school pictures of like my daughter was, I don't know, 3rd or 4th grade. They go to school. You do it. She looks cute. Take the picture. I get her picture. I open up and she's got red lipstick on. She's like 3rd grade, and I'm like, at what point
As pretty as mommy.
didn't the person?
Taking the picture, be
It's
like,
like,
what?
what you doing?
No, at that point, all them kids, they line up them elementary schools. They be like, I want to get out of here. I want to get my check and get out of here. You ready? Click. Like, they don't even ask you
They
you ready.
don't
It's probably
even
like the DMV.
don't
You look
even
up and
Yeah, right. They used to give you the
1, 2,
little
3,
cones.
click. Yeah.
Right,
They don't
my
care how
generation
you pose. They don't care how you
Picture-
smile.
Yeah, right.
You
Stuffy.
smile with
that was
all
a lot of
your
little
gums showing.
cones. Now that I
Yeah,
think
right.
about it,
Give
that
out
was a
the
lot of
little
little cones.
Yeah, that was a big deal. So excited, picture day. Going to get my ass a comb. That's okay.
Ah,
I hate
but
it
wait.
like senior year though. They be having you some
Senior year,
funky
I was-
poses. Tilt your head, tilt your now turn your chin, turn your chin.
I was like this on senior day on my picture.
Hey, did you
and I
have
had
a
a
jean
little gold
jacket?
pinky ring I had on too. And that's the only ring I had.
Hey, you
I
knew
had
you
to
was
put that
doing it.
picture. I was
Come
like,
a long
You knew
way
you
from
was
that
doing it.
football. Ain't never going to look no broke ass.
I had this
Did you have
little
a jean
pinky
jacket?
ring. I had jean jackets.
Jean jacket pose.
I
And it was
graduated
flipping
in
collars
98.
too.
Yeah.
I graduated in 98. In 98, the style
See, I was
was
94,
to
so-
wear Tommy Hilfiger outfit, like a dress shirt with slacks tucked in, Kenny Coles that cost $158. And you
Oh,
had to
okay.
have the Kenny Coles on. You had to have the slacks tucked in Tommy Hilfiger shirt. The outfit cost a little bit. You had to be clean,
Yeah.
and you had to put your chain
You
on.
go to
button your
Marshalls
shirt
or
all the
Ross.
way
It might
up.
be a slightly irregular, but you
had
was
to button
clean
your
though.
Top button though, and you had
Yeah,
to wear a
that
chain.
chain.
It didn't
over
quite
the shirt
line
so the
up, but you was
chain could-
clean though.
Yeah, I was clean on picture day, boy. On my senior picture, I was like, I had the pinky ring fresh
You
with
felt
a
like-
B on the pinky ring for Boogie B. I was like, yeah, got the
I
B
know
on.
I'm finna be
Trying to
somebody.
show- I turned the ring toward the camera. I was like, hey man, you can see this ring in the camera.
he balling.
He was
He's
like, yeah, I
balling,
can see
yeah.
it. Because I
I
was
bling
working at,
bling and cause he from
I was working
Louisiana.
at Taco Bell too. I
I
Well-
bling
was working
bling.
at Taco Bell.
Wait, did you
my
buy
senior
you bought that ring yourself?
year. Yep, hell
Didn't that feel
yeah.
good?
He
That's
earned
what
it.
felt
From that
good.
Taco Bell check? Like
I was shaking
Well,
everything I had.
you know how many
I had it,
quesadillas
man.
in there, boy? Ah.
Well, let me ask you now. You're talking about portraits and photographs, and something came to mind. Do you ever watch, America's Most Wanted and the murder shows and forensic?
Yes.
Why is it all the murderers all have Sears portraits hanging over their fucking sofa? and no, mind you, they're all white. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but all
they
the
do
murder
be having
shows,
it. Yeah,
there's
that's
very
true.
few black people that are murdering each other. I don't know
Yeah.
why, man. The family, the forensic files, I'm like, damn, another white boy gone crazy,
Yeah,
right?
they
Killed
be
his-
having all
right?
y'all shit.
The Bad Plan 101.
Yeah.
They just had one where the guy was how did he? Oh, he wanted to murder his wife, so he called her up in the car and he said, "Hey, I think I left my cell phone in the little side lift up thing, between the thing." Is she's like, "Yeah, well, I'm almost where I gotta get." No, because you're looking out, honey. Well, he put mice. And so when she opened it up, there were like mice jumping out of it, coming at her. And of course, she swerved. She got in an accident, but she didn't die. He eventually did kill her and got caught. But I'm like,
Damn.
stupid
trying
people.
everything.
101, right?
But trying to plan a murder that you can get away with.
But
Like,
right.
they can't convict me for mice.
Somebody who watched Ben. Look, it worked for Ben, right? So you think about that. That's it, right? But they're
I feel
both
sorry for white women. Boy.
over the sofa.
Them
Yeah,
men-
white
Picture.
brothers will cheat on you, and we'll leave you, but we ain't gonna try to kill you.
We ain't gonna kill you.
No, am I right?
Yeah,
We
we
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
try
kill
to
you.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
In that defense, that crazy ass.
We'll leave you with some kids.
Wait a minute, you guys. That crazy ass that just was on Facebook.
Steve Stevens.
It's
I ain't even
He
seen
just was
he
killing
killed-
randomly.
You know
Right, he
what's
killed
crazy?
himself.
My
They
brother
had it on.
said-
Yeah, he
Somebody
killed
put
her,
a
killed
side by side
himself.
picture with my brother and that guy.
Yeah,
Because my brother
every-
lives in Columbus, so I was like, oh, dang, boy, you was up there too.
Every bald head black dude with a beard was in
Yo,
trouble in that
when
area.
the dude who was killing cops out here with the bald head, I was like, I'm gonna be inside.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
'cause
you ain't
brothers
kidding.
looking
For
like
cops looking for a cop
that
killer?
is
Yeah, that's
hilarious.
right.
I know like 15
Hold that
dudes
up
that
to the
look
camera.
just like Steve Stevens.
See that? Whoa, let me
I know
see.
15 dudes that
Oh, shit.
Lawrence Owens.
Yeah, you don't wanna be
comedian,
out.
he do-
Yeah, man.
But that's the truth, though. I mean, that's something that it always amazes me as far as like crazy ass when they do the statistics as to
Yeah, he's
you know,
Steve Steve's a phenom. That's
that's an
rare. That's
outlier.
rare.
That's rare.
occasion.
that's whacked, man.
white people. That happens
Well,
a
see,
lot.
it just shows you crazy isn't biased.
Yeah,
that's all
that's
there is
true.
to it. It's not
That's right.
racist.
It ain't
Crazy
racist.
just goes across everything. I don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah, what tongue you speak or where or whatever. You batshit crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
the whole
true.
thing of it was like people were like saying, "Have you seen it?" So you like your mind would go, "No, man, I don't want to see that," but your brain's going, "You better look for that shit." All right, you better fluff through that. Now wait,
Longest
now
5 minutes.
I have to ask with you. Yeah, with what you're saying, where you're performing and doing all that, because I would love to be able to catch an
Oh
act.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
catch
yeah,
my
yeah,
homie
yeah.
on Netflix.
That's
So,
it.
yeah.
Put him in your queue.
Yeah. If that joint come on, I don't know when it's gonna come on Netflix yet.
Yeah, but you're performing around the area,
But
right?
Yeah, I'm doing
yeah.
shows
He
all
stay
in
busy.
LA. I got a every Saturday I'm doing in Sherman Oaks. Every Saturday it's like a real intimate comedy show that I'm a host. Starting this Saturday, the 22nd.
Oh, cool.
April 22nd, I'm hosting this in Sherman Oaks on Ventura every Saturday. Let me look at the flyer because I done forgot myself. Every Saturday at Open Stage West. Open Stage West Theater. It's 14366 Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Oaks. Every Saturday at 8 o'clock.
And you got your friend on there. You got
Yeah,
Shane
on
there?
this show, we got Shane on the show. We got my girl Precious from Dallas and my man Sherwin Ray, the Middle Eastern comedian. He's super hilarious, though.
Oh, I think I've seen him.
Be
He
doing
is.
it.
He's a
Yeah,
riot.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I just
super
performed with
hilarious.
him at the J Spot.
Yeah, super hilarious. Everybody's super funny, man. This week we gonna have our first one, and then every Saturday after that.
That's a show worth match. Sherman Oaks is nice. I mean, can I ask you? Do you have a club that you love to return to that when you do it, it's like your favorite?
Yeah, actually, I know a lot of people say this is not good, but actually, the J Spot Comedy Club on Manchester and Aviation in Westchester is my home comedy club in LA. Cause like J. Anthony Brown owns it. He's a good guy, and he will put you on stage when you first get to LA. Like comedy clubs in LA, it takes a while for you to be able to perform at the Improv and the Laugh Factory, so on and so forth, because it's so cliquish. No matter how funny you are, you got to be famous basically or know somebody in order to get on stage in LA. And at the J Spot, they show love to comedians when they come in town, just visiting, coming in, just moving here, whatever.
Yeah, I
They
was hoping
put you
to
on
run
stage.
into him to bring him on the show. I'd like to get a couple of the club owners
Oh yeah, he'll
to come in
definitely
and
do
talk
I think
about
he
that
does a
aspect
radio
of
show.
it. Was yeah. I'm sure he does, but they don't mind. Like they'll jump spot. I mean, I've had a couple of people ask me to be on their shows. I like doing that as well.
Yeah,
And
for
it's really
sure.
hard because and you guys know this. Everybody's so busy promoting themselves, and it's like that idea of going out and because it's hard to keep up with. There's always shows. There's always shows as
Mm-hmm.
to where you can go and see people and the bringer shows and trying to get out there and sincerely support people. And I think as comedians, you guys in the craft, you really appreciate when people do show up.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously I get invited to a lot of shows that people have out there, but for me, it's a little tricky on some of the spots that I've been invited to. I don't like going by myself.
right.
I mean, I'm a woman, number one, and like parking in some of the clubs, you got to park at least
Yeah,
3-4 blocks away.
True.
And like the podcast I did, strutting through Koreatown. No, really, I'm not working. No, it's the boots. I understand. I'm good. No, I'm not an old
Hilarious.
hooker, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And to
Comedy
have
shows.
that mentality, yeah. So in trying to do that, to really go and see people because it's just nothing's greater than having someone to laugh
Yeah.
and make you laugh. So I'm gonna be sitting there going, "Make me laugh, you son of a bitch."
Yeah,
It's
so
like-
that's what social media is for. So everybody, follow me on social media at Comedian Boogie B on everything. At
I'm gonna hit
Comedian
you
Boogie
up.
B on Instagram. At Comedian Boogie B on Facebook. At Comedian Boogie B on Twitter. And I have my own website called comedianboogieb.live. So just go to www.comedianboogieb.live.
Wait, somebody had .com?
And I made, I had .com before too. I just let that. I made this website though myself. So I was
I gotta
proud
check it
of my
out.
work.
I'm gonna check
I
it
was
out
like,
just
yo,
to check it out.
Yeah, this is my first
that's
time.
a lot of
ever making
work.
Yeah, I just made my first website after I done paid somebody $300 and they ripped me off and it forced
In
me to-
LA, get out.
You can keep that .com.
Yeah, so they
Finna go all
they
the way
took
live.
my .com, so I got boogieb.com, but it'll redirect you to .live. So and .live is where the site is that I made
Y'all can
myself.
catch me at rockythecomic.com. I made it myself also, but
Hey, you did?
I'm a web designer.
Oh,
so that's,
okay.
That's
Son
not
of a
saying
bitch,
me.
when are you
Yeah,
gonna get
that's
to
crazy.
mine?
I know.
You coulda
Rocky,
did my shit
Rocky,
for me
come
for
on now.
free.
We got to get that going.
You can catch me at a new comedy spot on Saturdays as soon as I talk to my friend. And then, because you say you got to know people, so I think I know at least one
for
person.
sure.
Nah, I'm at Rocky the Comic on everything.
Oh, yeah, that's the way
Follow
to do
us
it.
on social media, and then you can pick the show you want to go to. No need to say I'm not coming. If you're coming, just show up because you see the flyer, you see a post, you see. If I post a flyer,
Well, do
that
me a
means I'm trying to
favor.
get people to come.
Like I try and tell the comedians, tag me because believe it or not, I do get a lot of people bouncing in and out to see what selfie I put up. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
It's like because I give a shout out, and if I go to see your show, which I usually do, I do comment on. Like what I
yeah.
liked about your
Right,
show,
right,
what
awesome.
that whole thing. It's not the general, hey, great show. It's like
Yeah.
actually really poignant to me that you say what you liked about that comedian and what sets them apart from everybody else.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it's-
That's a good way, man.
Right.
All y'all fans should take, if you comedy lovers, take note to that. Go
Yeah,
tell
man,
a comedian that he did a good job.
Just
Or
tell-
tell him that he was shitty and tell him how he can fix it. But either way, we
Some real
Be an
input.
active
get some
participant.
real input.
Yeah, I tell
Don't
you
just be
what
like,
shirt-
great show, you was funny, hilarious. I get that all the time. Just a bunch of good jobs, great show, great show, great
He's
show.
so good, he's so
I
good.
let it just slide off. But when they give me specific detail, I'm like, okay,
I
you
pay
really
attention
paying
to those.
Yeah,
I be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'll comment back if you said something like you was
Because
hilarious.
I'll even hit people with the, good job.
Even if you
to be
just tell
like,
me how hard you laughed. I haven't laughed that hard in 10 years, or my face was hurting, or I had tears in my eyes, or my stomach was hurt. Then I could be like, okay, now I really did a
Yeah,
good job.
that's
You know
why
what I
you
mean?
do what you do to
That's
get that
the
type
best
of emotional
compliment.
response.
Yeah,
Next
yeah.
weekend next week's show I'm gonna have a he's a comic from Boston. Now I'm from Boston, and he's gonna
Yeah.
Skype in Peter Bella. I'm going to screw up his name anyways, but Bellevue, and he actually is one of the. He looks like he went by Peter Costello, and everybody's like, is he related? Because he kind of looks like him. But they do a live. It's called Dirty Water Media, and you said a lot of what. It's hard to get shows out there, but they have a really big following. But they do like a sports interview. They're in a club. I mean, they've got a different kind of genre for what their live feed is.
Yeah.
And I said, what else are you doing at 1 o'clock in the morning? Because it's 3 hours different. You're going to be just Skype into my show. And I said, how many reminders do I have to send you? Because come on now, everybody
gotta get a lot of reminders.
But you do. You must say have
shows.
people asking you to do so much. Where you're like, you get back with me, and it's like, who the fuck are you at? Like I ask comedians when they put their phone number in, please take the picture shot.
Yeah.
Because between you and
I always do it.
Yeah. Because now guys don't say, when I'm out there, this has become like, I've learned not to hand my phone, because what happens is they put their number in my phone, they call, and now they have my phone number.
Right.
So I'll get this text at 11:30. Hey.
Creepy
It's
ass.
like, hey, you up? Right. It's like,
Good morning,
seriously?
beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Unknown number. What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I
So-
do that too, though.
So with that in mind, I would really. I'm so thankful you came on the show. I know how busy you are in your schedule, and that's really cool when people show up. And I have to admit, it's really nice because like a lot of the people that I get, such as yourself, you guys really, you don't know me, and you're willing to take that step and go, okay, yeah, I'll come on the show and help out.
Yeah, he's such good people.
for
That's
sure.
how I met him, because I think we were at the Comedy Store, and and I just got out here, and he was just like showed me around, gave me a ride. I was like, okay, he's cool people.
Did I give you a
You
ride?
gave me a ride in the you had
I had the truck?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I still got the
I was
truck,
like,
though.
that must be that Southern thing. I was like, I appreciate
But
it.
that's really
I
good.
remember now.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's who you are.
No, I knew you was because we talk every time I see you. But I do remember
But
giving you
we
a
never
ride
really
now.
kicked it, but it was like
Yeah.
I just appreciated that hospitality because we were strangers. But it was just like, oh yeah,
You're a
kinda
comedian, so
giving
it's-
me like a little bit of this is what these are some of the spots, and I was like,
Yeah.
thank you, because I was new, I didn't know.
Well, yeah, that whole thing too, with that wonderful way that people are, and I've been very blessed because I just keep getting the right people put in my path. And
Absolutely.
there's so if you're out there and you can do something for people, that's what it's.
Do it.
Seriously, do it because it does come back threefold.
There's
it really
no
does.
such
Ain't
thing
nothing
as
greater.
coincidence or happenstance. This is all God planned, man.
No,
So
it's what I
when
keep
you
hearing.
in that, just meet everybody you meet and be nice and be polite and help if you can. If you can't, then go about your business. You will run into somebody that you can help
That's
at some
right.
point. So
Amen.
every
And actually-
comedian, though, comedians, this is like a fraternity. So once y'all know you're a comedian and you on the grind, you instantly become my brother. So I'm looking out for my bros as much as I could. I got a lot of, like on my Facebook, I got 5,000 followers on Facebook. 2,000 of them are comedians that I've
Yep.
met or
sure,
haven't
for
met.
sure.
Either
That's a
either
beautiful
way, you
thing.
know.
The Rolanda Watts is coming on the show. She's the end of the month. She volunteered. Rolanda had a
I remember
huge talk
Rolanda
show.
at the show, yeah.
Yep, I actually
Yeah.
finally got to meet her in person at an event for Maya Angelou. They did a documentary on it, and the way the stage ended up, I got to meet her, and you have me center stage. I have the actor and the director, and then I have her grandson next to me. So anything's possible in LA. And so I'll just keep
is.
pushing the grind. Hey, I'll see you out there. I mean, I will catch you
Hey,
Netflix.
what is
I'm
your
gonna see that.
Instagram? I need to follow you
Anna
on
Marie
Instagram.
Polcaro.
Oh my
And,
God.
Yeah, nice Irish name. Anna Marie Polcaro at Instagram. And, that's something that I'm hopefully going to build more of and get out there so I can catch you guys and give back.
The good
my-
thing
my
is
wife
on
gave a lot
Instagram,
of
you
few
come
good-
right up.
That's
on
right.
the first page. All right, cool.
There I be.
Anna Marie Pope.
And look, I just opened mine. You're the first picture.
There I am.
When did you take this selfie? Why are you my first?
Follow me too, guys. At
Out there.
comedian
It's like real-
Boogie
real
B.
time,
BOOGIEB.
You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Join me next week. As I said, we're going to have our guests from Boston and some other people on. I probably signed people up and I forgot, but I'll let you know and I'll mispronounce their name like I always do. I'll see you out there. Thanks for showing up.
Hey.